Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Carl and this is Hearing Dog Adventures. Thank you for tuning in. I'm currently waiting for a successor hearing dog to arrive. Well, it's a possible candidate to replace Gil. It's been a year and I think 5 months since Gil retired, so it's been long waiting for this appointment. He's he's a Blue Road show Cocker Spaniel, and he's called Elvis. He's 22 months old. They're coming roughly about 12 o'clock today to get him used to the house, get him to meet me, get me to meet him. The plan is basically now, for the next hour, he will just sort of get used to the surroundings, get used to the home, and get used to me for an hour. Then the plan is we're going to some form of park or dog walk area so we can play a few bonding games to see how well we are together. Hopefully, fingers crossed, he will be suitable. Fingers crossed we'll get on. He'll like me and I'll like him. I've seen a photograph of him. They sent me that in an email about 5 days ago. It's all been quickly organised this, so I'm a bit unprepared, hence like the mix up in videos, so apologies for that. I just didn't have time. I had to get the flat sorted because I had all my camping gear all over the place, so I needed to get that sorted, ready for Elvis to come and him not hurt himself and trip over stuff. So let's get going. Today we've just met Elvis, as I've just said before. We got up to date with everything that we needed to chat about with his needs and his toileting, his playtime, stuff like that. I couldn't film the actual morning session with you guys because of data protection. He's not currently my hearing dog yet, so there are just like data protection issues. We went on to the park with Elvis near my in my town, and we just did a couple of recalls where he'd wander off and you'd shout his name and say come. He'd come up to you and you'd give him a treat and then say off you go, and he'd run off again and do his own business. So we did that a couple of times today, and then we just played a few find it games with his food, where you throw his food to a certain part of the grass and ask him to find it. Apparently he loves playing that sort of game. I assume that's just because he's a spaniel. You know, they tend to find these dogs that are used for like drug and weapon like searches and stuff, because they're such good little like hunters and prey. So they like playing and stuff like that. So we did that in the garden. As you can see at the minute, he's just currently pooped out on the floor. He's proper like fed up now and tired because of the park. Just apologies that I couldn't film it. What I can film, I will film. And it's just a little bit difficult because obviously with this dog at the minute, there's no guarantee he's going to be my actual successor dog. It all depends on whether I bond with him, he bonds with me. Looking at it today and how we've been today, I think, yeah, we will be, because he's good with me, I'm good with him. I had him on lead a little bit myself, and he's not pulling, he's not straying, so that's good. And it's just little things they'll do like this, just to get you and the dog bonded, to see, like, their main goal is tomorrow, really, where they'll see how well we are together, with my body language with him, and his body language with me when he's around me. We've now found out he's not very good with the rabbit. So we need to look at finding alternative housing for the rabbit. The rabbit is currently out on the balcony, and we've had to barricade the door because he just wouldn't leave the rabbit alone at the window. So we've had to block the window off. So the rabbit's cage is now outside for the time being. She's not going to be very happy about it, but tough. When needs must. So this is probably one of the reasons why it was good to get rid of the cat, because he's just not that good with, you know, well, they didn't know about rabbits or cats, and the way he's been with the rabbit, it's probably a good thing we got rid of the cat when we did. So I don't doubt anything I've done. With regards to tomorrow, they're going to be meeting tomorrow now. It's now about 3:30 in the afternoon. We've now got all afternoon and all evening together, just to get that bond going, and then do the proper stuff tomorrow to see how well we are together. So I'm just looking at him, he's just proper flat out at the minute. I think we've killed him on that dog walk. It was quite a good walk. It was a good 15-minute walk to the park. Then we spent a good hour on the park, and then another 15 minutes coming back. So yeah, he's a bit shattered out now. What I'll do is I will introduce you to him a little bit later on. Hearing Dogs has just left now, so I'm just going to let him chill out for a bit. Once he's woken up from his nap, I'll do another video on this, just to explain, well, not to explain, to give you a proper meeting of him and let him say hello to you all. Right, Elvis was a success. He passed the assessment with me. I passed it with him. So now, what happens is they make you sign some contracts about the dog, what you should do and shouldn't do. Then they look at telling you who your training is going to be for the next 12 months, week in. They tend to do it weekly, like visits at first, just to make sure that the dog's settled and stuff. So what happens is now I get now my date, which has been confirmed for the 9th of October through to the 13th. So I'm in Yorkshire for the next 5 days during that date. And then we do intense training. We do daily training with the dog and the trainer, so that the dog knows that I am his new owner, basically, that is working for me and not the trainer. So now I go to Yorkshire, I do this daily thing now for 5 days, and that's normally between like 8 AM through to like 5 o'clock in the evening, where we just do sound work, where it's the alarm clock, the buzzer, the doorbell, the fire alarm, the cooker timer, and the call. The call is basically if I'm in another room and I've got a child with me, and I don't hear them when they're hurt, they can shout, "Elvis, come." So Elvis then should go to that person. They then shout, "Call Carl." So then that dog then should alert, like run to me, nudge me, and take me to wherever that person is. So they're going to train him on the call, because obviously they're still children. I have, like nieces, nephews, friends, kids and stuff. My kids now are all grown up, really, so there's no need for my kids. But I suppose in a way it's handy for if we're out and about, and say whoever I'm out with is hurt, they can do the call as well, to alert me with Elvis. They then do the fire alarm, which then the dog should lie down to indicate a fire, because obviously in a fire you have to crawl, especially if there's a load of smoke. So they get the dog to lie down, and then the other sounds like the alarm clock basically is the dog nudging you till you wake up, and you indicate what is it with your hand signals with both hands, and then the dog should sit so the alarm clock's going off. The other sound, like the cooker timer, it depends on where you've placed it. So you need to show the dog where you place the cooker timer with the treats, so that way it goes off with the treats near it, and the dog knows, cooker timer, and it'll take you to that. And it's a lead thing to the door and the intercom as well. So hopefully it'll be a successful 5 days. Once that's done, on the Friday they do all the paperwork that's needed to say, right, the dog goes home, equip you with all the equipment you need and the food, and then you then bring the dog home for a settling period for like the week. So he comes home on the Friday the 13th, which is a great day for bringing a dog home, Friday the 13th. Normally you spend them days in bed hoping not to cross black cats and go under ladders or break mirrors. Luckily I'm not that superstitious,
so it should be alright. The dog comes home with me on that Friday, and then we just spend the weekend together, just chilling out, settling, getting him used to the home again, and then maybe through the week. A week after that, then I will have my trainer, which I can't remember the name. It's not my original trainer, that I had with Gail. It's another lady I've never met, so it'd be nice to meet her. And she basically comes and tells me, right, we have to do squeaker work, which these like toy squeakers you have that squeak. You start off with that with the dog, and every time you squeak it, the dog's meant to nudge you with his nose, and then obviously you follow it with the sound. So then the dog continually knows what to do. So you have to do that every week for, I think, a period of like 2 or 3 months, sorry. And then you start writing, like, fill out a form each week. How good they are at this sound, how good they are at the squeaker, how good they are at the other sound. And you just basically put if there's any improvements that need to be made. And then the trainer comes the next week, looks through the form, and then realises, yeah, okay, there is weaknesses and there is strengths. So the trainer knows how well Elvis is working throughout the week at home. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm a bit sad because obviously it's now the end, definitely the end with Gil. We've stopped that old chapter now. We're coming on to a new chapter with Elvis and the family. Hopefully my YouTube channel will start growing with videos through like training. I don't know whether I'll be able to do actual footage of training with the trainer or the footage throughout the 5-day training thing because of data protection. I don't know if I'm allowed to do that, but I will ask, and if I can, we'll film. If I can't do that, I'll just film around the base and show you basically where things are and what things are involved. There's a big field there in Yorkshire, and there's also a little play area for dogs to play in with some toys, tunnels and tyres and stuff. So it should be a good 5 days with me and Elvis bonding. Unfortunately, he won't be able to come with me. He's got work commitments, so it's going to be me on my own, unfortunately. But hopefully with Elvis there, Elvis will be there now from the Monday with me. They'll drop him off on the Monday, and I'll keep him through the whole 5 days where he'll stay with me now, just to try and bond with him and stuff. Hopefully it will help with my weight and my breathing, get me out a little bit more. It'll probably be in about 3 or 4 weeks' time where I'll start doing the daily adventures or the weekly adventures with my channel of what we do with the dog and stuff. So keep watching. Watch this space because I will introduce you to Elvis properly and show you what he does when I can. And I'll even tell you a story about how he changes people's lives, like myself. Other dogs like him. They are so valuable. We don't get enough funding. We're not funded by the government. So please, if you have a charity that you want to donate to, please consider Hearing Dogs for Deaf People. The website is hearingdogs.org.uk. Please visit their site. It's brilliant. Sponsor a puppy if you can. Elvis is a sponsored pup. So again, whether I can put stuff on of Elvis, will be another matter because of data protection. Quite liberal with the data protection with the dogs, to keep the dogs safeguarded, as well as the recipients like myself. So, it's a learning curve, this. Hopefully I'll be able to start doing my videos with you and showing you, what we do on our days off, where we go, and hopefully see some, like, access refusals, hopefully, to show you how aggressive some people can be and how we overcome these rejections in shops and stores. So hopefully, fingers crossed, everything will be alright. Shouldn't have any problems. So please comment, share and subscribe. If you want to know more about myself and Elvis, please press the bell button. That will notify you of any new videos that I do. And hopefully I'll see you again soon. Thanks for watching. Take care.